consistent, but get on here and talk about some things that are important to me, while also doing some showing you guys just a little bit of how I do my cleansing uh, breathing exercises and how they help me and why I do them. So let's start with the last part, why I do them. So if you look at my feet, right now I'm in a butterfly pose. That is because I'm sitting up against a tree. But really trying to get the uh, if I'm really trying to get the connection thing going on, where my feet are all the way, it's y'all lunch break, where my feet are all rooted in the ground, then I need to do, then I would be putting my feet like this instead to be directly connected to the earth and things of that nature. Uh, I also wanted to talk about, um, as we get more people in here, even if we don't get no people, I ain't tripping. I ain't gonna act like just because I'm on the internet now. I'm not used to doing this with nobody watching because I am. And you always got to be like that. I've been failing way more than I've been succeeding, but I'm seeing success now because I'm doing a lot of taking myself out of the equation. But anyways, so what are some of the things that I personally deal with? I personally deal with. Uh, I had such a um, traumatic, for me, it was trauma, past situation that I hold on to that every single new thing that I'm doing, and it's toxic. You can't be like that. You can't have a life like that, right? So, uh, how does that like? What does that come in the form of? It comes in the form of headaches, uh, frustrations, um, you name it. You name it. It comes in that form, and it lingers. You know what I'm saying? It lingers throughout the day. Um, some different things that help it. Definitely exercise. Um, prayer always helps. Definitely exercise. The food that I eat, drinking water helps it. Things that hurt it. Uh, stress. Um, let's see, stress. Um, yeah, high levels of stress, like trying to do too much at one time, trying to figure out too much at one time. Um, holding things in, like say in the morning, is very important in what you fill your mind up with the day, right? So in the morning, I'm gonna tell you what I woke up to, what morning might look like. So since I'm on the internet and I drop videos and stuff like that, um, like we just dropped 2 videos today. And when y'all watch, oops, and when y'all watch the videos, when y'all get a chance to watch those videos, they over on Unk page right now, 607 Unk. But they're gonna be on my page too here in a bit. But anyways, when you watch the videos, you'll see in some of those videos I'm dressed a certain way. Why am I dressed that way? So um, I call it my magician shirt, and we're gonna talk. We can talk about that too, as far as what magic is and stuff like that. Anyways, I got on that shirt, and I got on that shirt, and uh, it's open. Why is my shirt open? Why would I have an open shirt on a platform like 607 where he has such a diverse crowd of people all the way from the ghetto to all the way to different parts of the world who are spiritually tapped in and stuff like that? Why would I do that? Well, I did that because I look good. That's the answer. I had my shirt unbuttoned like that because I look good and I wanted you to see. Is that zesty? Is that gay? Um, it might be a little uh extra if anything, but zesty and gay. We use all these words very interchangeably. I know a lot of things are gay. I know a lot of things are there's agendas on certain things, but I have no agenda, dude. I'm certainly not here to push uh, a narrative whatsoever. Um, when you guys get a chance to watch my content, even as you're coming into me now, coming in here now, I have no agenda other than to help you guys breathe, remember how to breathe correctly, because I'm remembering how to breathe correctly, and it's changed my life. It's gave me this platform to speak. But no, I'm not gay, dude, by any means or shape, form of the imagination. Um, yeah. Um, do I think those people can have messages too? I certainly do. I think the Lord uses everybody. Let's talk about that too, because I saw a lot of those comments. Hey, how's it going, guys? I saw a lot of those. I can't really see the phone, the chat, by the way. Just give me a second. I'll go look. Anyways, I saw a lot of those comments as well under the video. Again, it's on 607 Unc's page, where a lot of those comments in the shorts and stuff like that were calling him a false prophet because he was teaching that, or his hypothesis is that Jesus was a messenger, more kind of like an illusion, an alien, really, and you know, basically he had previous lives before and stuff like that. And so, with a lot of that, I'm inclined to agree. There's nothing that he said that was false. Uh, Jesus is the forefront of my life. Jesus said he is the way, the truth, and the life, and it's true. Uh, there is no other way to get to the Father but through him. And who was he that says he is him? He says, call me I am that I am. I am Jesus. Jesus is me. That's what he wanted you to know. I am Jesus. Jesus is you. I am not your savior. That's not what I'm saying. And I'm not going to speak for Unc, but that's not what he's saying either. I've had some time to spend around this man. Again, I'm not going to speak for him. A lot of these conversations we're going to be further discussing in our pods, as the days come. But I just kind of wanted to clear that up. Jesus is the answer. Why is he the answer? Because he was the ultimate example. He was the most for us, for our society. He was the most recent and the ultimate example on how to live your life, on how to treat others as you would want to be treated. That was his ultimate command. He said, "You don't remember nothing else that I said is treat others the way that you want to be treated, and remember that even you, greater things can you do greater than I, if you believe." So, uh, I think traditionally speaking, and again, it's not your fault, man. 99% of the time, it's not our fault. It's we've been indoctrinated into a system where we weren't allowed to ask questions. But the Lord, I've heard this quote, and I'm gonna emphasize it, and I'm gonna explain why. The Lord is the one you question. The Lord is the one you question. You don't just take what people say verbatim. The Lord is who and what you question. So the first spark of intelligence is a curious mind, you know? Um, and I've been indoctrinated into the system as well. Yo, so keep if you guys get a chance, when you get a chance, check out our content, man. Check out my content, man. This is what I'm telling you. I'm just reminding you that you guys want to talk about Illuminati and uh, witchcraft and stuff like that, just because some people are successful in there and you notice different things. And again, I'm not going to speak for 607 up. I'm speaking for myself, and I've been around him quite some time now, and I can just tell you what I've observed. Um, but uh, Jesus is the one you question. Now, putting it to the test and questioning is two different things. Putting someone to the test and questioning someone is two different things. What do I mean by that? So let's take say if okay, I'll use uh I'll use an example as if I was a parent, right? So say I'm a parent and I have a child and I want to put to test uh if they are a thief or not, right? So me putting to test if they're a thief or not, I'm going to put them into position to where, uh, to see if they would steal. I'm testing them. I'm testing to see if they would steal or not. Um, questioning that child if they're a thief or not would be, hey, did you steal from your nana's house last weekend because she says she can't find this? Oh, really? You didn't? Okay, I need to go check your room. You know, stuff like that. That's questioning, putting to question the Lord. know what I'm saying? Um, that's putting the question. That's questioning. And the one is, let me gather myself. One is uh, testing. One is questioning. Okay, so we're not to test, to put to test. Uh, hold on now. Let me get my download. Let me get my download. Let me get my download. We're supposed to test the fruits of the spirits, and we're supposed to test to see if his word is true. We're supposed to do that. And we're supposed to question him and ask him what's question it if you don't want to put a masculine force behind it. We're supposed to question it and ask it what's the will for our life. What can I do to be used today, to be useful today? Because that's what this life is about. It's about being useful and being used. What can I do to be useful and to be used today? So that's that's questioning and testing. Now, how do we go wrong when we try to put the test, the Lord? Uh, I'm finna see if the Lord is real, then I'm finna jump off this building right now. And if you don't want me to die, he gonna stop me from dying. That's testing the Lord. You fool. Only fools, you know what I'm saying, put to test the Lord instead of testing what he said. You feel me? He said he would never leave you nor forsake you. But it also says uh, that a fool's days are numbered. Uh, that was a download. I can't give you a verse on that, but that was a download. But my point in all of this is that Jesus was the ultimate example of love, of faith, and of strength. He was not soft. He was not this friendly guy that everybody could just walk all over, that just got beat up, that just got captured, that just got put and drugged to the stake. He was quite the opposite, actually. Um, he is the ultimate version and epitome of strength. You know what I'm saying? And that's what hey, what's up guys? And that's what I follow. So I just kind of I just wanted to talk about that because I think it's important. So anyways, now we're going to get into the part where I gotta show you guys kind of what I'm doing to release any type of negative anything. So in my foot, for example, like right now, on the heel of my foot, the back heel of my foot, I've had a cramp. It's been like this now for about a week or two. I'll say I've been noticing it now for about 2 weeks, maybe longer. Uh, Stress can and will kill you guys. It's a silent killer. It comes in the form of many different ailments and diseases when it manifests in your body physically. Uh, all kind of things that led to stress, bro. Diabetes, high blood pressure, uh, Alzheimer's, hypertension, uh, aneurysms. All these things are led to stress, and a lot of these things, uh, they're silent killers and they're unknown enemies. What do I mean by that? Like, since they're not, outwardly like a cancer or like something you can see, like you don't look sick, so you can't, you're all right. It's just all in your head. Since it's like that, it's a silent killer. And how can we go against that? Awareness is key, man. Awareness is everything. Awareness and breath in your body, bro. Now, when you're breathing, because you might, if you're like me, you might find yourself in many different situations where you don't have time to sit crisscross applesauce and allow your brain, your mind basically to melt into, the void. You don't have time to do that in the middle of your day when you're having an attack, an anxiety, an episode. So what can you do? This is what I like to do for someone that has those uh, things happen to them. So if I'm in the middle of having an attack publicly, what I'll do intimately to myself is I'll extend this finger, either both or one, depending on the severity of the attack. I'll extend these fingers and I'll also extend my thumbs as well. Now, this is not to insult you or offend you. This is actually, we've been duped and we've been tricked about this finger. Actually, it's actually a direct portal to our nervous system and pineal gland, and it allows us actually to help regulate those by stretching it out and allowing it to flow through our body. So that's the first thing that I'm gonna do in the middle of an anxiety uh, attack, anxiousness attack, or something to where I'm not grounded with this reality. First thing I'm gonna do is give you the bird because the bird is actually good, and I'm gonna extend it, and I'm just gonna keep it to my side a little bit. Now, once I've done that, or if you're kind of like, oh man, I don't want to be walking around with the middle of my finger sticking out. Okay, I got one better for you. This one is going to be a little less quicker, but it's going to be way more discreet if you're in public, and it's also going to bring some awareness to you. Now, just be careful with the way that you're breathing because you can kind of get woozy if you suffer from any type of equilibrium, spiritual symptoms, and stuff like that. And remember, guys, always, always, always go to the doctor as well to make sure that you're okay. But anyway, so this is what I would do in public if I'm having an attack and I just can't get it together. If you can't see or hear it, I'm breathing right now through my nose. And I'm not trying to breathe. I'm watching those breaths come and go to me. And when you find yourself watching the breaths that come to you, you're also going to be reminded that you're watching your thoughts as well, because you'll notice that your thoughts and breath are simultaneous. They're happening at the same time. So once you learn to filter your thoughts, your breaths will naturally start coming easier because they're not hung. They're kind of, it's like a spider web. They get caught up on many different points that don't mean us any good. That's why it says that we can spin ourselves in a wicked, 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 wicked webs of lies, webs of deceit, uh, and just things that keep us away from the glory and grace of our God. So that's what I would do. I just gave you two things to help with public anxiety attacks and public situations where you're feeling disconnected from reality. The first one. The second one, because in this life, you need only to be still. That is the purpose of this life is surrender. And it's not to submit because um, you're afraid. It's to submit because the realest version of you is not anything that's been made out of this toxic air we're breathing. The real version of you is the observer. The real version of you is the one that is observing me right now and is not thinking or speaking or any of those thoughts. It's the one that's watching you watch. That's the real one. And that's what we're trying to get back to through mindfulness because awareness is everything. And until next time, I'll see y'all in the morning. Peace.